What is chirpin, my peeps? Call me Peeps. You're back for episode 10 of our Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time reverse dungeon order. We'll just go ahead and jump right into it. We're in the water temple. Probably going to finish it in one part unless the final glitch-ish screws us over, but it shouldn't. But you never know. I usually don't have trouble with it, but you never know. So, here's why we needed the fish. We need the fish to contortion, or not contortion jump, that's a different glitch. You want to kind of line yourself up over here with these pots. You don't really need to be too specific with it, but you want to equip the hover boots, and then you're going to get close to the edge. Not quite to the edge, we're going to get kind of close to the edge. Probably like there. Then you're going to drop the fish. I find it easier to look the other way, but, you know, that's why, so you don't lose your fish. So we're going to reset. So I would recommend looking the other way, so that when you drop the fish, you're still close to the edge, but you're dropping the fish in your left hand, and so if you're looking the other way, you're not going to drop the fish in the water like I just did. It's just easier that way. I didn't intend to show that off, but I guess it just sort of happened, so whatever. Anyways, if you want to count, I mean, like I said, when you do this temple right, it's only like, it's like a 13-minute temple, so I guess if you wanted to start the timer now, and then count it until you get to the end, you know, whatever, but I'm telling you, it's a short temple. Even with that minute or so screw up, we'll still get done with this fairly quickly. Anyway, so we're going to do the Navi dive that whoops, I don't know why my camera stayed there, that I talked about. So basically what we're going to do is you just want to get close to the edge. You're going to drop the fish like I did. I don't know if that's going to be close enough. Then what you're going to do is, it should be. You're going to walk off and then catch the fish. And the reason you need the hover boots is so that you walk off the edge, or you hover off the edge instead of just dropping. And then look at that. Who needs the iron boots? Who needs, you know, who needs any of this stuff? Am I right? Am I right? And look at that, we have Princess Gerudo all grown up. We haven't seen Child Gerudo yet, but you know, she's talking about all these promises we made to each other and talking about the memories we had 7 years ago, but we've never met Gerudo. Not yet, so it's just funny to go through the story backwards. It really is. We haven't even, that's the other thing, we haven't seen Zora's domain, you know, we haven't seen any of that, so we don't know what she's talking about. But yeah, so you cutscene dive there. I would recommend, this is one of those temples you really don't want to save in unless you're done with, but I would recommend saving after this, just because if you mess something up and then you have to do this cutscene over, it's just a waste of, you know, what, a minute or whatever. And really, you can't screw anything up from this point unless you lose your fish, but you can still go out, get it, and come back in anyways. So I just recommend saving after that cutscene. And then worst comes to worst, if you mess up, you reset. You're basically at the start of the temple. It's just you don't have to watch this cutscene again. You can just use the fish to get back down here. So there are a couple spots that we have to save and quit to leave. Actually, there might only be one. One, maybe two, but other than those, I'd recommend not saving, except for that one time. So anyways, what we're going to do up here, we don't need the fish anymore, but whatever. We're going to play Zelda's Lullaby so we can drain the water. And then you notice as we were coming up, there's another level below us. Not from where we talked to Gerudo, but there's like a middle level. That's where we're going to try and go. So what you want to do, I know I've seen some people get like really specific setups. I don't do a specific setup. I just say kind of look this way. You know, somewhere over here basically always works. Then you're going to roll and then side hop. And it puts you right here. I mean, as long as you're looking that general direction, you'll probably be fine. I don't think you even need to worry about getting like a specific setup. So I meant to take off the hover boots as well. We don't need those. But once you're here, just do the same thing. You know, you can shield drop a chew, or you can, if you don't know how to shield drop, you can just hold it and blow it up and take the damage heart, or try and time it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, shield dropping really is not that hard. Just stay away from the walls. But once you get that, we'll come down here. And I'm actually going to, I don't know who's spamming me on text, but hold up. Let me grab this, and I will mute my phone really quickly. Sorry. It really sucks that I have to waste time like this, because I wanted to show off how quickly you could do this temple, but whatever. So anyways, you're just going to come over here. Basically, you just want to look this way. Then you're just going to always Z-target and clip your way through the wall using the torch and the hookshot. Pretty simple to do. Just line yourself kind of straight with the torch, hold Z, and then keep walking right and hookshotting. You'll eventually get it. It's not that hard at all. It really isn't. So we're headed over here. Just swim past everything. You don't have to worry about anything really. See, I've seen some people swim over here, but it doesn't work for me when I try that. Like, it doesn't load the area for me, so... Oh boy, well now we're stuck. Great. Yeah, don't swim all the way over here. I'd recommend swimming to that first one there, so that you can load the zone. If you swim over here, you'll get stuck like we did. But then, instead of having to come back to load the zone... Wait, maybe we were supposed to go to that first one. I know this is what we're looking for, but maybe this first one is what we were looking for? Okay, yeah, so we were looking for this first one. Don't go to that second one. That was my bad. That was completely my bad. Now, using the hover boots, we can just hover across this gap here. We don't have to worry about using anything, really. I also meant to take bomb shoes off. We don't want to accidentally waste one. So just line up and back walk, and you'll be fine. And even if you're not, you can get out. So, if you fall down, no worries. Now, this is another room that kind of sucks. You have to use bomb chews. Basically, we're just going to use a bomb chew to try it. There's a switch inside that guy's mouth. You're supposed to use the... You're supposed to use the iron boots to sink down and then hookshot it or something. But just use your bomb chew and then float over here. Darn it. Now, you can either try it like I just did. Basically, you want to come over here. I failed. That sucks. Can we at least grab it? Thank you. If you time it right, then you'll sink down, and then you can just swim up to it. Or you could just try diving like I did. I just tried diving in a desperate attempt. I usually always fail this once or twice, which means this could probably be even shorter of a temple. But it's whatever. And lining it up's not really too hard. Just, you know, kind of line it up and then go. This may be... Nope, that's not what we wanted. So can I... Okay. Alright, that's good. See, you can dive in there. I went a little too quick. You want to be above the water when the cutscene activates, so it'll drop you in. If you're in the water, then it just stops you, but... You know. It's whatever. Now, this is one of those spots you're okay to save and reset. You don't have to, but it's quicker to get back to the beginning of the temple that way. So save and reset from here. You know, even though it seems like we're moving through this temple pretty fast, I'm actually going through it kind of slow, just because of the few mess-ups. The Princess Gerudo cutscene dive mess-up wasted probably the first minute. Then I had to mute my phone, which wasted, what, like 10 or 15 seconds? I don't know. I just feel like I'm going slow through it, but whatever. It's okay. If I told you we were almost done, would you believe me? Anyway, so from here, nothing real major important we need to do. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways. I always forget. I think you just come this way, right? I believe this is where we want to go, because this is just a block, correct? Yeah, that's a block and a door, so... From here, you just want to come out this way. You just jump slash in, then you can quickly get in. I mean, if you need to, you can dive under, it's just slower. But if you use the hover boots and then just jump slash in, you're good. Now here you see the spikes. We don't have the long shot, so you have to use the hover boots and just flip your way over. It's not too hard to do, but sometimes, like, I don't know. There's really no way to help you. It's just a timing thing. Just... Can you stop? You just have to get the timing down, flip over it, and then you're good. Then you'll just use the hover boots, and then come over here. Now, similar to what we just did, we're going to jump slash into the water here. Again, you maybe could dive. The difference with this water is that you can see it pushes you back. So it's a little bit harder to just try and dive into. But if you wanted to just try and dive, you could. I'm waiting for this boulder, by the way. You could just try and wait for the dive, but jump slashing in, you know, you just get the little momentum boost downward. Stop that. You get the momentum boost downward, and then you're good to go from there, so. And it's not that hard to do. I mean, you know. Now, this is where we say goodbye to our poor fish friend. This is the room I was telling you about where we can get our fairy back. So even though this poor fish was very helpful to us, he's gonna suffocate to death. Sorry, but you're not quite a fairy. We will easily take a fairy over you, fish. We're probably not gonna need it for Morpha. You never know, though. Sometimes Morpha can give you the work. But we have the boss key. And now, it's time for us to go to the boss room, believe it or not. I think my fastest time ever in this temple, after you get the boss key, you save and reset. I think my fastest time ever in this temple is before you save and reset, though. Throw on your bomb shoes and your hover boots. Both of those will be important. But I think my fastest time ever, and I think this is even including the cutscene, maybe not, it might just be until Morpha, but it was 13 minutes and like 13 seconds for something. I don't remember what. But like, we're basically going to the boss room, and if I do the Morpha fight right, Morpha will be dead in like maybe 20 seconds max. So it all really on how quick one contortion hover glitch. But basically what we're going to do, you need ISG to start. So we're going to come across this gap, and then we're going to get ISG. Oh, I thought I got it. You want to get ISG off of the Tektites here. Then here's what we're going to do. You want to backwalk to the edge. This is where you have to get good at shield dropping. You're going to backflip and shield drop a chew and hold the shield button the entire time. If you let go of the shield button too early or too late, you'll lose your contortion hover. But because of ISG, basically what we're doing, you can see, is we're using the explosions to keep us in place. And because of ISG and how you can't fall off edges, we're basically just creating like a little platform of sorts for ourselves. Now again, if you use the hookshot, you can actually do a long jump and make it across in like 4 to 6. But I don't know how to quite do that, so it's not something I mess with. And you can use the hookshot here to see where you are. Oh boy, that scared me. Thought I messed up. And this is one reason why I'd recommend getting more chews than I did. Oh, okay, we made it. Good. Whew, I thought I screwed up. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get one more, and then I was going to backflip onto the platform, but we made it. And I'm only at 5 chews. That's not the best. So I'd definitely recommend having at least 40 if it's your first time. You can see how many we went through. 5, we can make it through with 5, I think. It's just I'm not gonna, like, for the glitch in the fire temple that I was talking about. Yeah, there's also 2 fairies here. For the glitch in the fire temple I was talking about, I'm not gonna have many shots at it. Maybe, I mean, we have 200 rupees. Maybe we'll just cross the desert backwards real quick. And look at that, we're already in the boss room. And if you take away the minute or so that was wasted at the beginning, and then, actually I wanted to keep the hover boots on so we could just hover across the gap here. If you take away the minute or so that we messed up there, and then like the, you know, I mean, Morpha, assuming I do it correctly, is very, very simple, and you'll see why. It's not even like a glitch or anything. I mean, we used the Master Sword Crouch Stab exploit to do max damage the fastest, but you know, you don't have to. Basically, if what we're trying to do is we're going to trap Morpha in a corner. If you do that, you can just crouch stab Morpha to death. And even if you didn't use Master Sword damage, like even if you were just using a horizontal slash damage or whatever, you'd still have it stun locked into the corner. It's just obviously with Master Sword damage, you'll kill it much quicker. So we're just going to let him jump around and jump over to us. I'd recommend taking these off, just so you don't have to worry about, you know, just don't worry about whatever. Then just let Morpha grab the land here. Alright, come on over. So just keep hook shocking it until you get it into the corner here. And then once you have it trapped, that's all you do. You just... It's better if you set up the jump slash before you trap it in the corner, but I've done it enough to where I don't really need to. I mean, it does still fail sometimes, but it's not like it's a huge, gigantic deal anyways, so... But there you go, that's the water temple done. I mean, look at that. Even with all the wasted time and everything, it's still, we're only not even at the 16-minute mark yet, so. Water temple, easily one of the quickest. Where's that heart piece? I don't want to accidentally get it. I know it's somewhere down here. But look at that. We're done. We'll escape in our blue giant rupee. And because this episode was so short, I think that what we'll do is we will go to the desert really quickly and backwalk through it again, or go through it again backwards for what's it called? What am I even trying to say here? For 10 more bomb chews. Because let me think about it. In the fire temple, you have to use one to... I think you have to use 2 there. Might even be 3, and then you have to use 1 after that. So we'd basically have to do the trick in 1 or 2 tries. And sometimes I get lucky and do it that quickly, but most of the time it takes me at least like 3 or 4 bomb chews, so. And again, the more we have, the better we'll be. It'll just be better in a Let's Play sense not to worry about it. Because again, once we get to the trick, you can save, and then if you fail the trick, you can just rush forward to the trick and try it again. But with only 1, with 2 maybe bomb chews, we'll be resetting a lot until we get it. So I'd rather just go get the 10 extra bomb chews so we don't have to worry about it, We have like 6 or 7 per attempt, I would also like to get to the fire temple today, but we'll see how much time we have, because we still have another little mini cutscene here, not too long. But then we have to travel the desert again, and then, we're not even done yet, and then we need to farm up 200 more rupees so that we can get the Bigoron, or the Giant's Knife, rather, as we climb up Death Mountain. And look at that. Look who it is. It's Sheik/Zelda. However, Sheik/Zelda have been captured. So obviously, things are really trippy. Link is really tripped out right now. And again, it's just funny. It's funny stuff. And even Link's just sitting there like, I just saw you get captured like not even 20 minutes ago. Actually, it might have been more around... no, it was probably like a half hour. In game time anyways, but... And one of my, semi-buddies, he always loved this part. He always loved watching Sheik just jump into Zora's Lake. I don't know why, but he always loved it, so, My semi-buddy, I guess. So we'll just very quickly go backwards through this desert here. Another thing that sucks about... Not really sucks, but another thing that's kind of inconvenient about going through backwards is we don't get the Prelude of Light. We don't get the song to warp us back to the Light Temple, or Temple of Light, clear until pretty much the end. So, I mean, by the time we learn it, I think there's only maybe like an hour left of in-game time, assuming everything goes well. So, we really don't, we really don't get to put it to much use. We maybe only use the song like 2 times. So many levers, man. I'm sitting here trying to backwalk, but I can't because there's too many levers and I can't lock onto anything, so I can't get a proper backwalk going. But we've already seen this. This is nothing new. Just come up to the third set of levers. Up on the box we go. Just walk across this scene, this little sand stream scene thingy. And again, stay kind of left to the lever, but don't go too far left. And then don't go too far right either. I don't know, I've already explained it in that episode, so... It's not really too hard to do. You know, going backwards might even be easier than going forwards. I guess it's debatable, but I've always found going backwards I mess up less than going forwards. Maybe it's not necessarily easier or harder. It's just, for me personally, I don't know why. Going backwards just seems a little easier. Because you do the hardest part first, and you walk straight, instead of having to guess and turn. I don't know. It's just a little easier to me. Maybe you'll find going forward easier, maybe going backwards easier. Maybe they're both just as easy to you. Who knows? Is that the... Where's the bridge? It's so sandy. There it is. You could use the hover boots if you wanted to help you with this jump, if you're not comfortable using the kind of glitch jump, but, you know, not necessary. So we'll save and reset here. Now we have 15 bomb chews. That should be more than enough. Because now this easily gives us at least 10 attempts per reset at the glitch. So that'll be really nice. Then we have to farm rupees real quick, but that shouldn't take too long. Should we make our way up to the fire temple? See, like, I don't know. Because here's the thing. My thing is... We could probably do the fire temple in one part. But not if we had to take the travel up there. You know? The travel up there wouldn't take too long anyways. But... I don't know. See, this is where trying to keep them around 25 minutes gets tough. I honestly don't know. So we're sitting at 23, and I would prefer not to go up. Like, I wouldn't mind this being like 25 or 26, but I also would not mind it. Like, I don't want it to go up to the potential 30 that it could, trying to get up to the fire temple. For 24. That's a minute, which will probably be enough time. Let me try and estimate here. Going up to Begoron's mountain would probably take... Let's be over-predictive. Let's go 2 minutes. Then getting the fire tunic and all that could probably take another couple minutes. Okay, so let me instead think. How could I split it? How could I split the fire temple? I know there's one place we soft reset. Or not soft reset. I know there's one place in the temple that we reset. And so maybe that could be the splitting point. But then... Yeah, you know what? And then the rest of the episode we could spend going into the Forest Temple and then start off the Forest Temple on its own part. So maybe, okay, maybe that'll be a good idea. That might actually work pretty well. I think that'll work fairly well. Or maybe... I don't know what I want to do. And that sounds like an idea to me, but... At the same time, does it? Does it sound like an idea to me? We're at 24. No, it's gonna take us a couple minutes to get up there. No, you know what? We'll go ahead and call it here, and then we'll try the way I said. Again, it sucks to split up the fire temple like that, but we already split up the spirit temple kinda, so prefer to do temples in one part if possible, but I don't want this to go up to 30. I really do want to keep them around 25, so... It was a hard choice. I'm sorry. I'm really trying. I'm really trying, I promise. But, once we get back on the menu, we'll go ahead and end this. So next time we will go up, get Begoron's knife, or the giant's knife. We'll get the giant's knife, and then we will get the fire tunic, and then head on into the fire temple. Then we should have enough time to do, you know, some of the fire temple. I don't know exactly how much, but I mean, and that also depends. You do the glitch early on in the temple, kinda. So maybe if the glitch, well, maybe we can end it after the glitch, because you could save and reset after the glitch if you want. You don't need to, but after you do the glitch, I do recommend saving, and you'll see why. But anyways, that's it for me. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next episode. Peeps out.